what's up, y'all? It's Coach AJ here, Dope Life Coach, the dopest life coach out here. And today we're talking creatine. I took creatine for 30 days, and I'm going to give you a couple of do's and don'ts that I've learned throughout my 30-day journey of creatine. And let's waste no time. Let's get right into it. So let's start with the do's, okay? The most important do that you have to actually do is hydrate. Hydration is so important in this moment. Even if you decide not to hydrate, your mouth is going to be so dry, it's going to push you to hydrate. I'm going to give you an example. I was at work and my mouth was beyond dry that I had to run to my lunch bag and somehow grab a water bottle so fast and I finished a 500 ml water bottle and I think in like 10 minutes because I was so thirsty. It was my mistake. I have to make sure that I walk around with water now just because I get even more thirsty right after taking it. So hydration is important. Typically, I drink about 2 of these, and I think this is 1.2 liters. So I drink about 2 of these a day. So I start off in the morning of one, and then by the afternoon, I'm drinking another one. And I understand that creatine has no taste, so you can mix it in with anything. Typically, it's either water I would mix it in. If I don't mix it in with water, it's Gatorade Zero. It's just another way of me there's no taste. You do have to shake it up in the Gatorade bottle or whatever you're drinking in because it does get stuck to the bottom. So if you're drinking out of a glass, perhaps you will have to stir it or just kind of swiggle it around to get all of it because by the time it gets to the bottom, it's all like chalky and you don't want to choke on it if you have no more water left. Yes, I've been there. So just make sure you drink it with something that you enjoy. I know some people do it with coffee, but because coffee is almost like a laxative to me, I don't do it with coffee. I do it with water or Gatorade Zero. Those are the 2 that I do it with. Now that we're on the subject of how do you take it, also make sure that you take it with some type of carb. For the sake of your stomach and the sake of your gut, it's important for you to take it with some type of carb. So how I usually take it, I mentioned it before, is like I'll take it with water or I'll take it with Gatorade Zero. Now, typically, I take it after I've had a meal. More than likely, my first meal of the day, which is breakfast. I've broken my fast. I will have that, but I want to make sure I have enough in my stomach that it breaks it down, that I feel that it's not upsetting my gut and there's no gut issues. So I typically will take it after a meal, but most likely the first meal. The reason why for that is I've taken it at dinner because maybe I've forgotten to take it that day. And then I'm drinking and drinking water so much that throughout the night, all I'm doing is using the bathroom and I'm not getting sleep. So that was just something I learned that, okay, let's take it at the beginning of the day. So while we're awake, we can use the bathroom. And then when it's nighttime, we can sleep peacefully without getting up every couple hours to use the toilet. So kind of take a step back. I mentioned pairing it with my first meal. It's important for you to pair it with some type of carb. I tried to take it on an empty stomach and ooh, that was a horrible, horrible situation for me personally. It just didn't sit well. So I started pairing it with a meal. Like I said, I pair it with my very first meal of the day. If not, I pair it with a protein shake. And it just allows the creatine to just break down versus upsetting my stomach. Remember, we don't want to, we want to gain muscles, right? But we don't want to have some type of gut health issues. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that because that popped up within the 30 days and how I kind of worked through that. All right, so let's talk about the don'ts. God, this one's a little bit embarrassing. If you miss a day, do not double scoop. Don't do it. Don't add 2 scoops if you miss a day. And definitely don't take 2 scoops on an empty stomach. Yeah, you're going to get sent to the bathroom for a couple times. Let's just say it is not a wise idea. Do not double scoop. If you miss a day, don't sweat it. Go back to the 1 scoop and take it with a carb. Pair it with some type of food or a protein. Do not double scoop. That's as far as I'm going. And this one's extremely important. I kind of mentioned in the beginning. Do not lessen your water intake. You want to increase it. Like I said, I drink 1 of these in the morning and 1 of these in the afternoon. And that's just a great way for me to stay hydrated and for the creatine to not upset this and actually do its work because it needs the water in order to get to your muscles. So don't lessen the water. Please make sure that you have enough. You will feel dehydrated. You will feel dehydrated if you don't drink enough water. So I kind of talked about gut health, and I really wanted to mention this because I've changed my protein powder, and then I started taking creatine. In the midst of all of this, I also stopped drinking alcohol, and I also started taking a supplement called Moringa. One of the things that I've noticed recently is I'm having a lot of gut health issues. And I remember kind of going on threads, my mistake, even though I've spoken to either other healthcare professionals and they said it should be fine, of taking protein on my off days. the days that I don't work out and I don't lift. And they told me it was fine until I noticed that my stomach was not liking the entire process. It wasn't working well. I'm still making an appointment with my doctor to figure out exactly what it was. But I noticed when I took a step back from it all, there was 3 days where I did not, and I repeat, I did not take creatine, I did not take protein. That's why I say, as much as people say you have to take it every day, if you miss a few days, you will still be fine. You will still have gains, you will still have strength because your body is almost like absorbing it from probably from before. Don't sweat it. And I had to really take a step back. I wasn't even eating properly. Like I wasn't eating because I had no appetite. I wasn't feeling well for about a week. I took a step back from everything, realigned, got back on track. Stomach was fine. I stopped taking protein on the days that I don't work out. I've even lessened the portion from 1 scoop to half a scoop. And I've also started taking a probiotic again. I used to take probiotics prior, but then I kind of scaled back off of it and I started taking the probiotic. And let me tell you, if I can give any, but please go and see your physician and talk to them about this. Please do it. Probiotic, your gut health is so important. And the probiotic put everything back on track. My stomach has been immaculate since, and it all I took it for 2 nights straight. Right after I was done eating, no more whatever, I would take it with water, take a magnesium, go to sleep, and I'd wake up like, oh, gut feels good. Okay, did it another day and another day. So the more, and now I'm taking it literally every night or every other night. It's important that you protect your gut while you're taking all these extra supplements. You got to protect your gut. And if you find that something is not right and it's not sitting well and you're not feeling comfortable, please go see a doctor. I made a doctor's appointment and I saw my doctor. I'm going to be seeing my doctor soon and we're going to figure out other alternatives. Now, again, I scaled back. Instead of doing 1 full scoop of protein, I went to half a scoop. I started taking moringa, which moringa does help clear out your system a lot. And I take that once a week. I pop it in my protein shake on a Saturday or Sunday on your off day is key because you will have to use the bathroom. I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know. But it's good to promote that gut health because we need to take care of our gut while we're on our weightlifting journey and eating all this protein and taking all these extra supplements. It's important that you protect your gut health. All right, y'all. That's all I got for you. That was my experience. I'm curious to what maybe your experience is in your weightlifting journey and also you taking creatine or even taking protein with some of the do's and don'ts that you've learned. Pop it in the comments below. I would love to hear from y'all. And again, y'all, I hope that you have a dope day and hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it helped you maybe as you go on your own creatine journey. And you know what I'm gonna tell you to do is what I always tell you to do. Walk with peace, walk with love.